Life and Lifestyle here. Another market recap for today, August the 27th, last Friday of the week. Trying a little neo soul today. First thing first, you like to learn from who I learned from, get used to the stock market playlist. Follow me on Instagram where I post my recaps, short-term recaps, and some lifting videos, as well as my Twitter where I do the same thing. Alright, so today, the 27th, was a good day all around. Had some good trades that turned out very well, and a couple other trades I entered in. So we'll go over all that in a minute. So today's watch list was about 15 trades. Of those 15, 13 were triggered. And of the 13 triggered, 11 hit. That's a very, very high success rate. I entered quite a few trades, a lot of small volume trades that are doing pretty good for me so far, so I'll go over that in a minute. So, what died today? Dominion. Oh, Dominion. Dominion didn't technically die. I got out at the same price I got in. It's just, it was down 30% around here. And I thought it was going to keep going all the way down to here. But it didn't. So I should have took the 30% when I was up. Instead, I just took a broke even. So I didn't lose anything. Because I didn't make the 30%, but I didn't lose anything. So still not a bad trade, just not the best. Well, it was a bad trade. It wasn't a good trade at all. So yeah. Put that down a little bit. Triple M. I got into a put. No, I got into a call. A call early because it was really cheap. The call was like $15. It was $17 actually. I got it at 17 bucks. I got in super early looking for a bounce. If I could show you, it's a 10-day 2-hour. It's a 10-day 2-hour right here. Okay. I was looking for a bounce off of this line right here. Let me go to the 30-day 1-hour. Yeah, as you can see, this line right here was the under part. Let me go a little further out. Let me go to the monthly. Yeah, right here. As you can see, here's the broadening formation right there. It bounced off, but there's a secondary under broadening formation heading to the upside. So I thought it was going to bounce off of this and shoot up towards the top. So I was like, well, Triple M, wrong button. I'm like, well, Triple M totally has been, it got killed in their earnings report a while back. They had an awesome put. If you remember, I had tracked that put. So I figured it would be in a position to retrace and go back up to where it was at, because it didn't have a bad earnings. It was just people didn't like the numbers or something, so it just shit the bed. So I got in real early at 17 bucks, and it didn't pan out. I got in around here, and it fell down to here. I got out around here. I lost like $3, I think. So that trade was a 24% loss. Yeah, lost 24% on that trade. Just got in too early, I guess. I'm still learning to bounce off of brown formations, and if I had more conviction, because it didn't hit the line, so I could have just held it and just ignored the fact I was down so many percentages, but I'm not in the position to just let my losses just sit there just yet. Now, once I have, thousands upon thousands of dollars to trade with, I might have a, $1,000 trade I don't care about, and I'll just see what happens. Let's put $200 on this trade and see what happens. If it hits, I make $1,000. If it doesn't, who cares? That's how you get to unlock some of those crazy returns, when you have the freedom to put, $100, $200, $300 to the side and just say, if it burns up, I don't care. And Nike, I got into a Nike put. No, I got into a put. It hit very well around here. I got 30% on that put from here to here, and then I was looking for a 2-2 reversal on the 1 hour, which is what I thought was happening. So then I decided to get into a call. I got into an early call, a 180 call for like $40, I think. And it went up about 20%, which I should have sold it, but I was like, well, Nike has the potential to run a lot, so let's see what Nike does. But then the next day, the put went down, and I think I got out at I lost $6 on that trade. I went from $44 to $38. But here's the funny thing. I'm talking about 5 minutes after I sold it at 38, it shot back up to 46. And I was like, well, this is the reason why you get out early, so that you can get back in and don't be afraid of losing the money, because you didn't lose your full amount. So let's say I'm willing to risk $10 on that trade. If I had got out when it went against me early and only lost $2 on the trade, then I've been more willing to jump back in and risk the other $6 on the trade to try to catch the move I was looking for. So I'm back in the trade, and I'm up right now. I'm up about 10%, so I haven't lost anything anymore. And we'll see what Nike does on Monday. And that is what died today. What was triggered today? Matter of fact, let me save. Funny thing, I had actually already started this video earlier, but I didn't. I had the wrong charts up, and I didn't realize it until I was about 5 minutes into the video. I was like, ah, damn, I gotta start over. So, what was triggered? Let me set that up right. HON Honeywell, the 250 call from earlier. You remember about a week, not a week ago, a few days ago, I had got into the call. I was up 20%. I didn't take it. I got out for like a $2 loss, which is like a 1% loss. The call re-triggered. Here's the early entry at 231.18, the true entry 232.34, and it went up to 233.56, which is almost to my price target at 233.80. So that was actually a good trade. I didn't take that because I didn't have the money at the time. AMAT, you remember AMAT had already hit a few days ago at 22%. I was watching to see if I can get a late entry at the monthly trigger at 131.99, but it opened up at 132.90, so it opened up a whole dollar over where I wanted to get in at, so I just gave up on it. And it ran. I'm not sure what it's at. Let me see. Let me check the option chain on this for you guys live. AMAT. I don't know what that hit. I know it did good. So this was a 917-140 call. 215. So let's get the calculator. So it went from 215. We'll say it was 125. 72%. Now, if you caught it on the early entry, you would have got 95%. The early entry was down here at 131.50. You had one shot to catch it the day before when it dipped during that sell-off when Afghanistan was going crazy. You could have caught that dip there and ran it up to 100%. But you know, hindsight is always 20/20. HP Incorporated, Hewlett Packard. They have good computers, printers, all of the bullshit. I had marked the put here the day before, but as you can see in the morning, it had already triggered in the pre-market, so there was nothing I could do about that. So I stopped watching it because it was already on. I think it hit like 20-30%, maybe more, but I stopped watching it. ASTR is a space company. They're tied to space exploration and the like. So they had a $15 call, was triggered early entry 11.59, true entry 11.79, and it did a little bit. It was dancing around all day, and then in the aftermarket they just shit the bed. I don't know exactly what happened. Luckily, options don't sell overnight. Well, I guess unluckily or whatever. So we'll see if this is a true fall or it's just a quick sell-off for Friday, and we'll see on Monday if it'll be back at 12. because it shot up and then it died. So there's a chance this will open up Monday over 12, and this will be a winning trade. If not, you should have got out when you were up. Well, technically, you should have never got in unless you got caught in this false breakout right here. But if you got into the early entry, you might have got maybe 10% before this happened. But if you got into the true entry, you were probably down about 10%. KGC, Kinross Gold. The $6 call on the month was triggered at $5.90. I took this trade. I got 3 contracts at $17 a piece. And right now they're up over the 24, so I'm up over 40%, I think. I was debating if I should sell, because my target is 613 and they hit 611. I was already up so high, but I felt good about the trade. I felt real good about the trade. I was like, well, let me just see what it does. So we'll see on Monday if this is a smart move or not. At the bare minimum, I'm probably still up 20%. Because there was a lot of volume in the price ranges for this, and I still have 3 weeks on the trade. So we'll see what that does on Monday. Fingers crossed. AXP, American Express, yeah, credit card company. I should have probably been watching Visa card if I knew this. Let me look at Visa real quick. Okay, Visa had a little bit of a run up right here. If you would have caught it right here at 230, it ran up to 233. That would have been a nice little quick swing right there. So, yeah, it been a nice little swing. So Visa popped right at this point. Right when American Express was going down, Visa was going up. Interesting. So the 180 call was triggered early, 166.50, true entry 167.23, and it hit 169 almost. So that's a nice trade. AXP did good. Mpc Marathon Petroleum, I took this trade as well. Early entry 58.89, true entry 59.20. It already broke first price target 59.91. It headed towards second price target at 60.98. Now this was up pretty good. I was debating if I should sell this one as well, but I'm gonna hold it because it's bouncing off of this price point, and it closed high. So we'll see what it does on Monday as well. EPD, early entry 22.23, true entry 22.40 on the call, and if you would have caught it right here at the early entry, that was a nice little run right there. And it technically hit the price target, so I don't know the numbers. Did I write the numbers for that down? Which one is this? EPD. I did not write the numbers for this down. I'll have to check that. EWW. This is a Mexican ETF by BlackRock. I just found it out because I'm reading what it says. The $52 call monthly was triggered early at 49.44, true entry 49.61. Price target was 50.18. It hit up to 50. So this will probably run in the morning on Monday. So we'll see, but that hit a nice little percentage right there. Vnq Real Estate ETF. I should have caught this one. This one was a 110 monthly call, was 15 cents. I was actually watching the put, because a 105 put had been hitting earlier in the week. But it reversed up, hit the call, hit the price target right on the nose, and kept on going. General Electric, I wanted this one. I really did. I was watching it for the put, because 102.84 is directly the early entry for the put, which is what it hit the day before. But in the pre-market, it reversed and ran right through the first price target. Early entry was 104.62, true entry 105.13. And just ran up. So General Electric did really good. I should have caught that one. And Triple M. Did I already say that? I did not. Okay. Triple M. The call. I was looking for a bounce off of this Bryant formation to the up thing. Like I said, when it died, I got into the call. So technically the call was not triggered, but the put was. The put was triggered here, but that might be dead. X, U.S. Steel. Keep an eye on U.S. Steel whenever they're talking about infrastructure. This wasn't even on my watch list. I added it, as you can see down here, these ones in pink. I added these after looking over charts from previous tickers I was watching. So U.S. Steel, if I would have caught U.S. Steel at the early put entry, oh my God, 27 to 28 with the volatility, this would have been probably a 200% winner right there. The early call was 27.85, true call 28.04. You probably would have been better off getting in at like 27.50, something like that, right around this point. Because I was watching it over here and it wasn't doing nothing. Then I looked away. Next thing I know, it's up here. I'm like, I missed it. Because X has the potential to run like nobody's business. And when it does, it really gets out of here. MU is a former runner. If you guys remember one of my trades of the week in my weekly recap about a month ago at this point. The $80 call had 44,000 open interest, triggered at 72.20. The monthly trigger was 73.20. So this is your buy zone. You got to buy it anywhere in here if it's heading to the upside. And MU is slowly going up. So we'll see what MU does on Monday. I got one of these. I got one contract at $38. And MU has the ability to triple that. So that 38 could be 100 in a week or two, which would be very nice. Viacom. What is this? Yeah, Viacom bounced off the bottom formation right there. Fail. I'm looking for a put actually, but it reversed and the early call entry was triggered at 40.43 to hit the price cycle of 41.63. So we'll see what that does. And Netflix, old Netflix. Netflix, the early call was triggered right here at about 549.50. And it just blew through all the price targets in the morning. And I caught this one. I'll tell you the percentages in a minute. This is probably the best trade I've done so far. And I almost sold out yesterday when it was down. What did I get Netflix for? I got Netflix for 80. It was down to 60. So I was at my max loss for a trade between 76 and $100 is $20. So my max loss was already hit at 60. And I was debating should I sell, but something told me Netflix has some more weight in it. So that's only comes from seeing how tickers trade, understanding them a bit better, and realizing that sometimes it's worth the risk. Like if I would have let Microsoft, if I would have held my Microsoft trade another day, I would have been up 400%. If I would have held it one more day after that, I would have been up 700%. But these are just things you don't catch. If I would have held Airbnb when it was down, if I would have just averaged down on Microsoft, Airbnb, and Roblox, all from last week, from that Monday to that Wednesday, that Thursday, all three of them trades would have made me thousands of dollars. If I would have just averaged down 3 contracts a piece. That's it. For Roblox, I got it 90. It had went to like 140. I could have averaged down to maybe 60 a piece. Netflix tripled. And Microsoft, oh my God. Microsoft, I got at, let me see. I had got Microsoft. Where did I put that? I think I got Microsoft for like 85. If I would have averaged down to 70, 65 or something like that, $60, and then the next day sold one for 300 and the next for 600. Oh, come on now. Come on now. That'd have been like $200 into 1,000 pretty much. Crazy trade. But you never know. That's why you just gotta learn and perfect your trading. So HON hit for, I don't know, I didn't mark it. AMAT hit for, what did I say? Like 100%, I think. 70%. HPQ, I didn't track that. I'm gonna just say 30%. KGC is already up over 20%. Still holding this one. AXP hit over 20%. Hasn't even hit the price target. Price target is 173.36. That's a huge gap. Price targets. Maybe it did hit the price target. Hold up a second. Let me pull up my chart. AXP. Ba, ba, ba. 168.30. Actually, no, it already hit a price target. Let me just mark that right there. So yeah, AXP already hit a price target of 168.30, and it's going on to the next price target. Mpc hit for 20% around here, went up to about 30%. Now we're still around 25%. EPD hit for, I don't know, I'm gonna say 20%, because this is a cheap call, so probably didn't hit for a lot. EWW hit for over 20%. It's going to keep going in the morning. Vnq hit for 33% from 15 to 20. Should have caught that one. That was a quick flip. General Electric is up at least 30%, I think. I'm going to just say 20% because I didn't mark that one either. Netflix. Oh, Netflix. Netflix hit for a whopping 150%. Actually, it hit for almost 200% at the top at 564. See, Netflix popped in the morning to 562. Fell down to 557. It went up to 564 and then died. So I had one ticker, I had one contract around 80, 85 bucks. Shot up to here, it was around up here was at like 215. So I said, well, let me give it some room to move, but also let me lock in my profit. So I put a stop loss at 175 so I could lock in 100%. It hit my stop loss around here and sold me out at 174. So I made like 112% on my trade. Then it proceeded to jump up here and ran to almost 250, which would have been 200% on the trade. And then it died after that. And now the contract is maybe like 100 bucks. So even if I would have missed all of that, I still would have been up maybe 20%. When it was up over 200, I had a strong feeling to just sell it at 200. But my greed kicked in and I was like, maybe it'll run to 3. Maybe it'll run to 4, because I was thinking about Microsoft. But of course it didn't. So again, that's the only things you get to unlock once you have multiple contracts. If I would have averaged down to 2, if I would have averaged down to, let's say, 3 contracts at an average of maybe 65 a piece, I could have sold the first one at 200, sold the second one at 250, and just held the third one. I'm already up 4 times what I put in. I'm gonna just hold the last one and I don't even care what happens to it. And then you get to see where that goes. But I didn't catch that one all the way, but I still had a very good trade on that. And that's what happened. So all in all, good trading day. Can't wait to see what Monday holds. I'm still, let me think, 3 weekly recaps behind, but I will catch them up eventually. I am doing the logs. I am logging my recaps. I just haven't filmed them yet. So I'll just have to do some I'll just have to do some backlog footage, which isn't the worst thing in the world, mostly because all you got to do is just, since I have everything on a spreadsheet, I just got to rerun through the trades. So I don't have to show you the charts as they happen anymore. I could just rerun through the trades and that'll be kind of the same thing. So yeah, I'm going to try to keep it short here. I got 6 seconds. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a wonderful weekend.